Odysseus had finished telling his story, King Alcinous promised him a way home, but only on one condition. Odysseus had to take an army to the land of the dead to retrieve the king's magic sword that Hades had stolen from him. So Odysseus set forth along with the greatest fighting force in the land of the living. Darth Vader, his powers over the Force made him a force to be reckoned with. He wielded a red-bladed saber made of light. The Hedgehog, his speed was a great asset to Odysseus' army. The Chaos Emeralds allowed him to transform into a being of great power. Napoleon Dynamite, his Kumchuk skills, bow staff skills, dance skills, tetherball skills, and skills of magic harp the army in times of need. The final member of this army was Mickey Mouse, who had a sword in the shape of a king. With this company, Odysseus started his journey to reclaim the king's magic sword. The city saw them off, though they did not expect them to return. Unnoticed by all, a flying llama flew from where he had been watching to warn his master, Hades, of Odysseus' mission. Odysseus and his company left the king's palace and boarded one of the king's ships. The voyage was going well until they heard a rumbling noise coming from beneath the sea. They looked over the deck but didn't see a thing except for the still water. Over the next few hours, they continued hearing the noise, but its source did not appear. Later that night, as Mickey kept watch, the waters began to churn. Mickey quickly woke the others from their sleep, just as a monstrous roar pierced the night. They looked over the side of the ship and saw a Japanese film crew and kept saying the word Godzilla! Then all of a sudden, a giant lizard erupted from the waters beside the Japanese film crew and ate them in one gulp. Mickey squeaked a word that you wouldn't hear in any Disney movie. That's all it took to get Godzilla's attention. Godzilla raised his giant clawed hand and swiped at the ship, sending its crew flying into the water. As Godzilla continued to attack the ship, Odysseus and the others swam to an island
that had a mountain with a tower on top of it. When they reached the island, Sonic scouted the coast in 5 seconds and saw nothing. So the group rested on the beach that night.
The next day, as the sun rose, the group saw an ancient tower on top of a mountain. They thought that whoever lives there might be able to help them. The group climbed up the mountain for a few hours until they finally reached the top. Odysseus knocked on the door of the tower. It didn't take long until a small orange creature with green hair and a wonderful singing voice greeted them. The creature, also known as an Oompa Loompa, told Odysseus that they were expected and led them into a large round room. As they entered the room, they saw the wisest of the wise. This group, which called themselves the Council of the Wise, consisted of Gandalf, Yoda, Merlin, Yensid, Dumbledore, Mr. Rogers, Fairy Godmother, Oprah, Jerry Springer, the Wizard of Oz, and Aslan.
The council told Odysseus that they would try to help him as much as they possibly could. The council came to an agreement that they would give Odysseus and the others a new ship, since the other one was destroyed. The group thanked the council and went down to the docks and boarded their new ship, the Black Pearl. It was captained by Jack Sparrow and his 2 friends, Willy Wonka and Edward Scissorhands. With their new additions to Odysseus' party, they landed on the island that housed the entrance of the land of the dead. They then slowly walked through the gates of the underworld.
First few miles the group's sail traveled. Through the underworld was just a dark passage sloping down. Suddenly they came into a huge chamber, lit by torches that blew flames. Standing in the middle of the room was Hades, holding the king's magic sword. Odysseus ran forth and demanded the sword, Hades. Just smiled an evil grin and shook his head. A huge rock fell down and blocked the only way in and out of the underworld. Slowly, pale skeletal arms and legs began to reach out of the walls. The limbs were soon followed by the rest of the decaying corpse. All of the dead were wielding swords and other bladed weapons. Then, without warning, the dead started attacking Odysseus and his army. As the battle continued on it, seeing that the heroes were winning, none of them had been harmed, except for a few minor cuts. But then another gate opened, and the three-headed dog, Cerebius, walked out. Napoleon prickly said, "I'll sing like Pet Liar. It's pretty much my favorite anthem, known for its stills and magic." Right after Napoleon said those words, he was decapitated. After seeing what happened to its master, the lighter grieved in vain and was eaten by Cerebius. Slowly, all of Odysseus' party was killed or eaten until he was the only one left. The last thing Odysseus saw was the army of dead before. Hades removed his head with the king's magic sword.
When Odysseus woke up, he could remember anything. Hades told him that he had raised him from the dead. After he was killed by his unfaithful wife. Hades wasn't telling the truth, knowing that there was no way to escape. He promised Hades he would be his servant forever. jumped onto the Black Pearl and escaped from the land of the dead. Now that Odysseus had a ship, he had no problem sailing all the way to his home, Ithaca. When he reached the shore, he took one long look at his home and died of exhaustion. This time Hades never brought him back from the dead. Odysseus' wife, Penelope, went crazy and married Charles Kiser. Together they brought forth kids with special abilities. But that's a different story.